Everybody, how's it going? Boomslang here. Welcome to my channel. So, today's going to be a video that's kind of different from my usual stuff. I'm going to do some sublimation, which is a kind of an ink heat press transfer onto your cloth fabric background. So, like this one here, Justice for Diane is my sister who was murdered over 18 months ago now, and finally the person who murdered her took a plea deal, and now he's awaiting his sentencing, which is going to be on October 23rd right now scheduled, so hopefully nothing comes up to push that back. But I wanted to send a message to the judge that we, as the victim's family, are serious about our feelings and what we want, what we wish to happen to get justice for my sister and for my family and her friends. So with all that being said, let's get into the sublimation. You can see I'm printing out the transfer that I'm going to be transferring over onto my shirts. I'm by no way an expert on this. Hey Clinton, Ray, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. This is not a baseball card video or anything like that. This is I'm doing some sublimation where I'm going to be printing up shirts to demonstrate to the judge what all you've heard about my spiel leading up to this. But basically, just over 18 months ago, my sister was murdered. The person finally took a plea bargain, and now he's going to be sentenced October 23rd. And you know, victim impact statements and all that stuff. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Yeah, it's kind of different. I can make other shirts, obviously I can, but today is just a day that I'm setting up for the shirts came in that I'm doing my transfers onto. It's just 100% polyester. I just went with white, so we're all unified going into the courtroom. And yeah, so I'm just going to kind of walk people through the process, because there are people who actually do this for a living, for their jobs, their livelihood. They'll sublimate on hats, they'll do coffee mugs, they'll do you know, drinking glasses, t-shirts, you know, whatever. I've dabbled a little bit in this, but now it's time to do what I've learned to do so far with this process, and that is, first off, justice for Diane. And in order to do this, you have to make your image and you have to flip it. You have to, they call it mirroring it. You have to mirror it, which basically flipping it. So it's a reverse negative is what it is. Let's talk about it in baseball terms, baseball card terms. A reverse negative. Thanks, Clinton. Appreciate that. So once I got to just the verbiage and everything that I wanted, and I got the spacing and everything that I thought was good, now I'm just printing out, and this is what the shirt's going to say. That's it. So on this one I printed up, and it's a little bit low. I think I'm going to move it up a little bit higher. It's just a process, you know. I don't have a mass production facility. Like, they make machines that have, you know, 5 arms on it, and the thing will go around printing them all up, and someone's out there just lining them up. With me, it's just a one-man show. I got to put it on the heat press. You can see the corner of the heat press right here. This is like a very thick mouse pad material. That's all it is. It's like a foamy, spongy type material without the clothy side. It's just rubber. So what you have to do is, first off, there are tools that people buy that allow people to really do this full time. Let me just spin this now so you guys can see this process a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's no good. Come on, Mitch. Alright. Anywho, stay. It's not going to stay. Great. It's not going to stay. Please disregard those baseball cards in the background. They are not part of the show today. Let's get this going like this. I gotta kind of fudge around with it a little bit because it's even the camera is clamped on a bad spot on my table here because my table's not squared off, I guess, or whatever we call it. Here you go. You'll just have to deal with the goofy angle, guys. Sorry about that. It's the best I can do, but you'll get the idea. And again, in no way, shape, or form am I an expert at this. This is my first attempt at really mass producing anything. But you have to let your canvas, right? Your shirt is your canvas. Think of it as an artist terms that you're going to be working with. And there are tools out there. I just didn't buy them. Where you can lay like a cutout of a t-shirt that's a ruler, and you can really measure everything up. You lay it on here, you get how far down from the collar you want it. Me, I'm just eyeballing everything, trying to get everything centered on the thingy here. Alright, so alright, and then once you get it on there, you gotta smooth it all out. They tell you to run this roller over it. I haven't done that. I don't have that much fuzz and stuff. These shirts are coming straight out of the package. They do have wrinkles in them though, but you know, you got to just press it and get the wrinkles out. So think of it as just a giant iron. It's a press. So what I do is I put this paper on there. This is what they call butcher block paper. If you're from old school, when your parents went to the meat market or whatever, they would put the meat out, they put it on a piece of white paper, wax paper, then they wrap it up. Sometimes when they do that, they just wrap it up in this butcher block paper, which is kind of waxy on one side and plain on the other, and they call it butcher block paper. And I'm going to press it. Now this is just to iron the fabric flat and level, and to get it so that you can work with it, so you can lay your transfer on top. And so that's what we're going to do. So you're about 10, 20 seconds, whatever. I'm doing 20 seconds. And swing it back, pull it off, and the wrinkles are gone. PFM, pure freaking magic, right? It's no good. Now I've already printed up a decent amount of these. So what the problem I was getting was I was getting the whole outline of the paper. So if you don't want to get the outline, because you can see, it's very hard to see, but you can see like there where the color turns all white with the border, there's an actual border on the paper. So if you don't want that to show up, you kind of eliminate that. So I've done that various ways. I've cut around it, right? I've just taken and I've just torn the paper. They tell you just tear it too. So I've torn the paper, right, which is what I'm going to do with this one here. Just going to tear it. Again, by no way stretch of the imagination am I a professional. I don't do this for a living, but I have watched a couple videos. That's how I kind of got into it. I wanted to make my own merchandise, my own merch for my YouTube channel. But like a lot of things in my life, I procrastinate and I blame it on working and all that stuff. Like, work, and then I come home, I have to choose whether I want to eat, clean up, nap, whatever, watch TV, watch other people's YouTube videos, stuff like that. So then there's choices to be made. What are you going to make your own video content, for your channel, or what are you going to do? And if you guys have noticed, I've kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus. That's just for my own kind of mental health, I guess. Let's just leave it at that. That's not a good excuse, but I'm just taking a break. But my wife said, you gotta get back into making your videos, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, I should be getting back into it, but I'm focused more on retirement, and I had just gotten over my surgery, so no excuses, but I use it. So then we lay the transfer face down, right, and then we cover it again with some butcher block paper. Right. We swing this bad boy back around. Now I have this temperature set at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. So here we go. Now they do give you warnings about this being a hot surface. It is very hot. I can show you very early on. I burnt myself right there reaching around the thing. Start the timer. Gotta start the timer. And when you first release it, there are some gases that escape, so you have to kind of just stay clear, hold your breath while it's not a big woof of steam or anything like that, but there are some gases they talk about. So we'll just wait. The timer will count down, and we will hopefully have us a shirt. Now, one thing you got to make sure that you mirror the thing, so when you put it on the shirt, it transfers out like the ambulance in your rearview mirror. It's printed backwards when you look at it, but when you look in your rear view, you can actually see, oh, it's an ambulance, if you can't recognize the lights and the color of the vehicle and the sense of urgency or whatever. That's the same thing. They print it backwards, so when you look in your mirror, you can see it the correct way. 60 seconds is up. Spin this baby off. Kind of keep your head clear of the vapors. Let it cool down a little bit. Pull this off to help with the cooling. All right. And I wasn't recording early on. Like I said, I made a good eight shirts already. At least half a dozen. And I made my first blooper, but I wasn't recording at the time. Thank goodness. Would have been embarrassing. So, and then you pull this off, and there it is. Justice for Diane. That's all it says. It's very simple, but it gets the message across, hopefully. Hopefully. My sister's name was Diane. She was 59 years old when she died, when she was murdered, let's say. Let's call it what it was, what it is. And, yeah. So we are hoping to ensure that the judge imposes the maximum penalty allowed by law for a first degree homicide original charge down to second degree homicide or murder, whatever you want to call it, and he pled guilty to a third degree. So I mean, that's our justice system, right? But anyway, so I did make up a shirt, and my first FUBAR, and I'm like, man, I didn't check it, I just threw it on there. And so now see how it printed out backwards. It printed out, and it was upside down at the same time. So I put it on upside down and backwards. So that's now just a rag. Sorry, I'm not selling these shirts. I'm giving these shirts away to family members and friends, whoever show up at the courthouse in support of my sister. They're getting a free shirt to walk in that courthouse, in that courtroom, and stand there and let the judge get that visual cue. You know. So I did make one here for myself, and I did make it right. Another one I printed on the back of the shirt, but it was right side up, and I'm like, crap, another junk one. But I'm like, nah, you know what, that shirt just got Justice for Diane on the front and the back. That's all. Someone's getting a double dose, coming and going. And if I feel like it later on, I'll do it that way on all the shirts. But right now, I just, you know, each one of these takes one sheet of paper. It takes the ink out of the ink well here. I'm using a Epson ink. It's like got the ink wells. It's not a toner. It's Eco Tank, they call them. Eco Tank. It's an Epson 3170 Eco Tank. And what I had to do when I bought it, it came with regular ink in it, so I had to take and drain the ink out of the printer and then fill it up with special sublimation ink. So everything that I'm making has to take special inks. That ink is now transferred from that paper right into the fabric of the shirt. There's no iron on. There's nothing. This is supposed to last like forever. All right. So, but again, the shirts have to be either a 60-40 polyester, 60 polyester, 40 cotton blend. It's like the bare minimum. I bought shirts that are 100% polyester, so I don't want any shrinkage or anything like that going on either for the people who are getting their shirts. So if they want to wear it forever, they'll have a forever shirt. You know what I mean? So again, now I've just got a new shirt. I'm doing a lot of talking, so I'll make sure I put it in there right. I did. The front side is up. Very nice. And down under. Try to center it up as best I can by just kind of knuckle dragging on the table to make sure that everything is centered up, and it feels like it is centered up. Smooth out the wrinkles on the top and get any wrinkles on the bottom layer of cloth also out, right? So that looks good. And then we proceed with ironing the shirt. So now we're going to iron the shirt again, 10 to 15 20 seconds, whatever, and it's just then rinse and repeat. That's all it is, rinse and repeat. I have made in the past some shirts with the Mike Trout rookie card that I bought. I took pictures of it, ran it through the system, flipped the negative around, and voila, I had the shirt. I couldn't tell you where it is today. I probably outgrew it because I put on some weight within the past year. My thyroid got out of whack. I'm on medication because I don't have a thyroid anymore. So it got out of whack, and I put on some weight, 10 to 15 pounds probably. So, I don't want to overdo the ironing of the shirt. So there we go. Shirt is ironed. Voila. Take it out. There we go. Now we're ready to do the heat transfer. So I'm just going to pull a piece of paper. See what I'm showing you what I'm doing. But anyway, so the printing press here has got, I printed out like 15 more of these. Looks like some papers got skipped. Whatever. Alright, so now let's talk about the paper. The paper is two-sided like all other paper. Now I don't know if you can see that, but that has a more of a pinkish tint to it, and that's definitely white, and that's a little bit pinky in the brain. Alright, so it's hard to see on camera, but trust me, when you look at it on its face value, you can see there is a big difference in the paper. This has got a pink tint, and then the other side is like straight up little off-white. But so, and another way to tell is if you kind of dab your fingers, right, and then you grab it, the side that sticks is the side you print on, and there you go. The side that sticks is the whiter side. So I'm going to lay this on here, centered as best as my eyeballs can do. because I am by far in no way a professional. Put the paper down, and it's just a rinse and repeat the operation over and over and over until I get all the shirts done. I still have to order 2 more shirts. I had people who wanted a 2X, so I've got 6 small, 6 medium, 6 large, 6 XLs, and I need at least 2 X's, and you know, and then hopefully everyone that shows up will have a shirt. I may have extras left over. I don't care. I just want to get her done, you know, and again, send that message to the judge, so that she, right now it looks like it's a woman who's been on this thing the whole time, and yeah, we'll get my sister justice. So, talking about the second, third degree murder in the third degree, whatever, homicide, whatever they're going to call it. I think it's murder in the third degree. There's no minimum jail time. Technically, the judge can say, you know, he's such a good boy. Time served. Boom, 18 months. 2 years tops, right? Boom, 2 years, done. He's out. He's a free man. Yeah, he's got a felony conviction. He'll never be able to own a gun again. But, you know, that has never stopped people in the past either from owning guns. So we're done. The timer went off, and the max I think is like 40 years. So you get 0 to 40 years. Anywhere in between there is the judge. And he had some minor misdemeanor charges. He only pled guilty to the one, so I don't know what's happened to all the other. There were like 5 or 6 charges total. Don't know what's happened to all the other ones. But he only pled guilty to the murder in the third degree. So, and I think I printed this one upside down, and I did. So there you go. I'm talking and not paying attention. So I printed it upside down. Is what it is. I'm gonna do another one. That's all. I ordered extra shirts just in case. So, yeah. So you gotta pay attention to everything when you're doing this. And there you go. I was hoping to not get any oopsies, but there you go. There was the blooper. There's the non-outtake blooper. That one you can't take back. It's done live. So it is what it is. So, guys, if you're ever going to do this, just pay a little bit more attention to detail than I'm doing right now, because you know you want to get it right. But it's all good. I'm not sweating the small details, the little things. So I don't know if I talked about this, but they tell you, oh, you know, use a little roller here to get any foreign debris off, like cat hairs or pubic hairs or whatever hairs, old bald man hairs, who knows. Anyway, so I did that, even though I haven't done it with all of them. I just wanted to show you that the experts tell you to do that, and the experts tell you to pay attention to what the hell you're doing too, which I wasn't. So get my paper. We'll do it again. All right, we're gonna do the That's when I go hunting. No. Yeah, so, you know, that's the whole reason for this video. I'm just making these shirts, and if anybody comes on that sees it, like if they're a sublimator, and they want to come on, they want to check it out, they want to comment, hey, comments are welcome, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I bought the stuff, I've been sitting on it for a while, but I've seen some videos from some YouTubers getting the idea, the gist, the basics down. Obviously I haven't paid close enough attention to all of the basics because I keep screwing up, but not this time, right? This time it's on there right. It's the right side up. Yeah, I don't know, I'll just cut the bottom off. that. Cut the top off as best we can. And we'll cut the sides off. There we go. And it's on there correct. That looks good. Put it up here on the top, tippy top. Swing it back around, and now we're going to make another one. My wife is like, you should have got blue shirts. I'm thinking blue and pink. Okay, blue and pink, but yeah. Not paying attention. Not paying attention. Gotta get the butcher block paper on there. Do it again. Thank goodness I caught that quick so I didn't burn the shirt like burning toast. So there we go. So anyway guys, that's it. That's just what it is. I am having a problem with the shirts not coming out like clean, like you still see it, and maybe it's just because it's on a white shirt, but it might be hard to see here, but you can kind of see that outline, the hourglass shape that I cut. Again, it's probably hard to see, but I can see it in the shirts. So you know, is what it is. I said that in the beginning. I'm no way that was my disclaimer. Am I a professional or nor a trained actor or anything like that? It's just, I'm just doing it. Just doing it. Do it. Just do it. Alright. Oh. And there we go. So you can see, got a little bit too high on this, but the point still gets across there. So you see the dot and the I up top there is still a little darker than the rest, and the E didn't transfer 100% for some reason, but it's all good. For some reason not all of them are transferring down, but it still looks good down here on paper, so to speak. Still looks good, but you see the outline, see where I cut the kind of the hourglass shape? You still see that outline. I don't know why. I've done it. I've got these blanks here that go inside the shirts, and they still get the outline. So you take the blank and you shove it inside the shirt. What I'm gonna try to do here. Put these blanks inside the shirt. It's supposed to help, I guess. I don't know, but I didn't see it really helping. So there's the blank. Now I got to adjust everything. Adjust the blank. I want to get everything up to where I want the print to go. Right. Put that down in there. And do my knuckle measurements, my knuckle drag measurements on the sides. See how it goes. Go like that. Work out the bottom. Alright. Center of the blank, because the blank is smaller than the shirt. I don't know what the real term for this piece of cardboard is, but then I gotta shove this in. That's not gonna help any. There we go. Alright, so that's that. That's that. I still want it up a little bit more, I think. Okay, that goes up. Get this centered a little better, because something doesn't seem right, doesn't feel right, doesn't look right. Could be because the blank's in there. Alright, so that's that. Then we're going to press it. We're going to get the wrinkles out of it again, and I'll show you that it still transfers the whole chemical on the paper through. Remember, guys, keep in mind these things are hot with a capital H. So we're going to press it. We're going to get the wrinkles out. Okay, let's check it out. There we go. And so this looks like where we're gonna be putting our transfer. I think it's gonna be a little low. I'm gonna have to pull it down. I don't want it that high. We're gonna have to pull it down. We're gonna have to iron it again, I think. There we go. Let's iron it again. We're gonna iron it one more time. It's not gonna hurt it. Even the top of this, like, it's hot. It is transferring the heat right through this metal plate here, even. So, not the handles though yet. The handles are just lukewarm. This handle's cold. Okay. Spin her back. Open her up. There we go, I guess. I'm not worried about the wrinkles outside of here because we're only imaging right here. So let's go ahead, let's do another one. This time I won't do the trimming, ripping the paper. I'm going to put the whole thing down there. I'm going to see that it still transfers the whole border and everything of the paper. We got it down. Start the timer. 60 seconds. Like I said, guys, it's just a rinse and repeat. So after this one, we're gonna cut the video. I'm gonna press on doing what I do and get these shirts done. And you know, here's what it is. Sorry about the crappy lighting, guys. It is what it is. And my face is all shadowed up and dark, and it is what it is, right? But remember, if you guys decide to get this, you know, the heat presses come in different sizes. I just bought the small one because I was just going to be doing t-shirts. I wasn't going to be doing, but it comes with I bought a kit that comes with a hat, a press for the hat, a press for coffee mugs, a press for doing plates, a press for doing coasters, and this. So yeah, and that's that. Get her done. You may have seen the smoke come up that time. Even I saw it that time. There you go. And now you can see, just by looking, you can see that seam right there. That's the outline of this paper, this page, this sheet. So I don't know why it's doing that. It's been doing it on every shirt from here since I started. And even cutting around it and all that stuff just gives you the hourglass. You still see everything there. I'm not totally worried about it, but if some professional has any advice when they see this video, hey, leave me a comment. Let me know what I'm doing wrong here. You know, I would appreciate it. And that's it. Another shirt done. This one happens to be an extra large. Again, it's 100% polyester. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should be using like a 60-40 blend, but that's alright. And there it is. Justice for Diane. That's all it says. Simple, but to the point. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And hey, have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you guys around. Peace.